Juggling is one of those skills that's synonymous with good football players. Most good football players have excellent juggling abilities, and not because you juggle all the time in a match, but just because learning how to juggle really helps you with your overall control of the ball, confidence on the ball, taking the ball in different ways, being able to control the ball quickly with one touch if it comes in from anywhere, and having that overall control of the ball is really going to make you feel much more comfortable so that you can do the correct thing on the field. So learning how to juggle, especially when you're starting out playing football, is a very valuable skill, and it's something that you should develop to get more and more comfortable on the ball. If you're just starting with juggling, take it one step at a time. You can start with holding the ball in your hands, dropping it on your foot, and just doing one in a row, and then trying to get two in a row, and trying to get three in a row. It's one of those things that you really do improve with time and repetitions, just doing a little bit every single day. A few pointers to improve your juggling is making sure that your ankle is locked, and you don't have to hit the ball extremely hard, lightly tapping it with your laces, and you don't have to bring your foot all the way back between each one, but just work on controlling the ball with both feet, with your thighs, with your chest, with your head. So now that we got the basics out of the way, we're going to talk about some fun juggling games that can help you improve your juggling. Most of these games you can do with friends or with teammates without just doing juggling solo. Sure, juggling solo is good and you can try to get a new record every time, but it can maybe get a little bit stale. These games make juggling a much more fun exercise in my opinion. One of the things that we used to do all the time when I was younger is we would play a game called Muff. This is very common where I came from. Basically, you've got a circle of players and they're all trying to just keep the ball up. They're all playing keepy-uppy. And if you mess up in the game of Muff, you get a letter. And the first person to get MUFF, which means they messed up 4 times, they let the ball hit the ground 4 times. They usually had to do butts up in the goal or something like that, where somebody would take a shot at their butt at the top of the penalty area. You don't have to do that part, but that's just how we would play. A little consequence if you were the first one to get Muff. But there's a lot of different variations you can play with Muff. For example, you can do Muff with 2 touch only, where each player is taking 2 touches before it goes on to the next player. This helps get a control touch and then sending it in. If you get a little bit more advanced, you could do 1 touch Muff. This is a lot more difficult because you've only got 1 chance to keep the ball up and deliver an accurate ball to your teammates in the surrounding area. And the last variation of Muff that I would recommend is doing a progressive juggling Muff, where you've got the first player takes 1 juggle, the second player does 2 juggles, the next player does 3 juggles, 4, 5, 6, all the way up, and just see how high can you go. I did this with some youth players the other day and they made it all the way up to 12, which I thought was pretty good. So this can be a fun little challenge to see how far you can get with the progressive juggling. This next juggling exercise is good for total body control because I know some players that are really good at juggling with just their right foot, for example, or just their left foot, for example. But to become a complete juggler, it's really good to practice with everything. So this one's kind of tricky if you're just starting out, but if you're a little bit more advanced, it's good to do this around the body or around the world type of juggling, where you start with your right foot, then you go to your right thigh, and then you've got your chest or head, and then back down to the left thigh, left foot, right thigh, all the way around. This can be very difficult, but it trains all parts of the body. And if you can go around in the circle multiple times, then that means you've got excellent control of the ball. And the last little juggling exercise / competition that I want to go over is a juggling race. Now with a juggling race, you've got you and your teammates or competitors starting on a starting line. Usually I'll do at like the bottom of the penalty area. And basically the object of this game is to juggle from one side or the other without letting the ball hit the ground, and the first player to make it to the other side wins. So if the ball hits the ground, it's cheating. It doesn't count. You got to cross that other line with control. That helps you juggling, but it's also kind of a fun competition because you're trying to juggle in one direction as fast as possible. And that really emphasizes having the control of the ball when you're able to juggle in the direction that you want to go. So with that being said, we just wanted to do a quick little video about juggling with some ideas to improve your juggling. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. What is your record juggling? I know there's some pros that can juggle all day, but I remember when I was a young player, I was super excited when I got 20 in a row for the first time or 50 in a row for the first time. So what's your record? Put that down below in the comments and how old you are. And if you want some more tips on how to improve as a football player, don't forget to press that subscribe button because we've got a ton more content coming out very soon here on the 360 Player channel that I am very excited for. So with that, hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video.